Okay, I'm Jabria, and today we're going to be talking about just different energy updates. I'm a little bit nervous, so that's good. It means I'm doing something different. I haven't done like a video like this in a while, so here I am. I go by the Bright Queen, previously known as Queen Sensitivity. So if I look familiar, hey, and if I look unfamiliar, hey, still. Um, so some things I've been picking up on, I'm just gonna call it like a thin like veil, like a thinning veil. I have been more easily able to just know stuff, claircognizance, knowing typically right before something's gonna happen. Um, when something's gonna happen, messages coming in stronger. Let me give you an example. I was at the grocery store and I knew as I was walking up to the self checkout that a lady was going to be rude and kind of like bump into me and my partner accidentally. And so I stood and she wasn't gonna apologize. So I stood in a way like this where I could block her from hitting him with her bag or her shoulder. I wasn't sure. And then sure enough, when she left the checkout, she hit my arm with the bag and didn't, say apology or anything. And so that's an example of something. Today, driving here to the shop, I'm at Mind and Body Reset. If you don't know, now you know. Check us out using the website mind, the letter N, bodyreset.com. And it'll also be linked below in the comments. But on the way here, I was driving and I wanted to come straight here, like the straightest route instead of like the winding about route. And my guides were telling me, my intuition, my higher self, however you want to call it, it's all the above. Like I need to turn here and take the more roundabout route because there's going to be traffic ahead. And I was like, no, I don't want to go that way. And we're like, you sure? And I was like, yeah, I'll just sit in the traffic. And sure enough, going ahead, it was traffic because it was like over a hill. So I wasn't able to see ahead. Like that was the last turn before I would have been stuck in the traffic. So let me know in the comments if you've been experiencing things like that, because I got further confirmation of this because my friend messaged me and she said she's been experiencing the same thing. So I think I'm actually gonna shuffle some cards on this. This is a tarot deck of the major arcanas that I made myself. It is called Fawahodie, which is based on the African Adinkra symbol for the alphabet F, which is actually looks like an X, and it means freedom. A lot of spitting just happened just now, which is interesting because I've been thinking about ostriches a lot. So maybe dig into the symbolism of ostriches. I know they're fast, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure they spit. What do we need to know? Okay. A lot of cards came out. Wow. So 2 strength cards came out. So in this tarot deck of a major arcanas, I have like the shadow version or a reverse version or the other version of each major arcana card. So this is the other strength card and this is the original strength card. And then we also have the star card and the hermit card, which you can't see. That was an error on my behalf. So these 2 strength cards obviously associated with lions, so that's some more like animal connection. Yearning, ungrateful, eager, homesick, haunted. And then this original strength card is beauty, deep health, inner compass. So this is also something I would say I've been picking up on, is feeling more beautiful or feeling like I look more enhanced or I look different than before. Feeling like I look more like how I feel on the inside. There's like a glow that I've been seeing in pictures of me that has been surprising me. So you could be experiencing that as well, like feeling like all the routines that you do for your skincare or your workouts or your diet or whatever changes that you have made in the last few months, you might be finally seeing the results of them during this time. Now, I'm not one of those people that know all about the astrology and the stars and things like that. I know a teeny tiny bit, but I don't know all the tea. I would highly recommend Solar Rises for that, and I'll have her channel linked in the comments as well. But for me, because I know there's so much distortion around all of these things and the different interpretations, it's the same with tarot and everything. I just go based on my own intuition when I feel stuff happening, and then I just adjust accordingly based on my intuition from there. So right now, again, it's this feeling of a thin veil where things are happening more quickly and precisely than before, where there was more delay. Like you do something or your intuition is great, but it's like very muddled or muddied like not as clear, like kind of having to move through this thick sand. And now it's like a walk, a skip and a jump, as they say, to it. And so the strength card is obviously this 8 symbol. The 8 is like the infinity sign. And so it's like what goes around comes around. It's a flow. Something is in flow. And so with that being said, pay attention to your thoughts. Make sure that you're not letting yourself be a Devin Downer, getting caught in these loops of, oh, everything's not working out for me. Everything's so hard. I never have enough. Don't get in. You shouldn't be getting into that ever, because you're God. You are source embodied, and you lack nothing ever. Okay? But right now especially is not a great time to do that, because it's more instantaneous, it's quicker. So you're going to be creating your reality fairly quickly by saying those things. I'd rather you be experiencing something you actually want. So this also goes into media. So that this face here, again, watch what you're watching, watch what you're consuming with social media, and just even your company, because the more that you're like watching stuff that you wouldn't personally want to happen in your life, rage bait, clickbait, stuff like that, you're going to be attracting it, into your reality. So look out for that. Let me drink this here tea. So the Star card and the Hermit card. And this is the other Hermit card. Star card says spontaneous gifts, angels, and rewards. So yes, this is what I heard with this one is like wishes coming true, dreams coming true. And this is also something I've experienced where I just think of stuff, and we all think of stuff that we want. Like I said, it's just been these like delays or slowed down, because we always get what we want. Truly, we do. What you want, you get. Okay? What you believe you can have, you get. So oftentimes it's just these delays, and then by the time, it's time for it to sync up, and you didn't gave up and you on to something else. But anyways, I have been receiving these gifts or creations of mine. For example, I was thinking about copper because someone I know was talking about copper, and then I saw Dr. Yakai talking about a copper cup he had, and he was saying like, get you a copper cup, drink out of copper water bottles. And I was like, okay, like that's the new thing on my list is copper, because I had been doing research into Aboriginal people, which myself I am Aboriginal, which is just original indigenous people to lands. And they call them the Ingens, Ingens, or the copper people, the copper skinned people. And I am a copper skinned person, especially now with my beautiful tan on my skin. My skin turns the color of copper. So this has been something that was like in my reality, but I would say within the last 2 weeks is something that I was like, okay, I want to get a copper water bottle. And without me even bringing this up to anyone in my family, my dad came to me and he was saying that he's been using my to-go cup for, I guess, for his job, and asked me to pick out a new one on Amazon so he could replace the one he's been using. And it didn't click for me at first until like a day later, and I was like, whoa, this is my chance to get a copper cup. So I got a copper cup without asking. I didn't ask. And this is also something that's a part of my creation or manifestation kind of tactic, where we don't ask, we demand, we state. We don't ask a question. And this is also a type of thinking that was greatly inspired by Darius J. Wright, because he says when you're on the other side, when you come out of your body, don't ask to go somewhere. Demand, place a demand to be taken somewhere. And then it's stated, and so it is, so there's no like, having to worry about it, stress about it happening. It's happening. I made a statement, I'm getting a copper water bottle, and I didn't make any plans to get it. I was just like, this is what I'm getting next, and I got it next. So you see what I mean? Taking away that kind of hesitation from it, or that doubt from it, or that how am I gonna get this? You are source, you are divine consciousness embodied. And so what you say, what you think, what you believe goes. Okay, so this 17, this star card is coming in as a confirmation to that. And this color green that it's in is also indicative of luck, a lot of luck at this time, which, luck, the same thing with, we say a person that's psychic is gifted, and I guess, yes, a person that's psychic does have gifts, but these are natural abilities that we all have the capacity to partake in. These are natural abilities. So, is it luck? Is the color green lucky? Or are you just a king? So the Hermit card, the other Hermit card, it says 9 lives mentality, sacrifice on mind and secret shame. Don't know how well you can see that. Looks like a 4 inside of the 9. So this is also something that has been beautifully coming up. So I have been getting messages, I'll say, from insects telling me like something is hidden, something you're stressed about. Now, I personally took this as there's someone gonna be showing up in my reality that I'm not supposed to trust. Like this person is not trustworthy, don't give them the time of day. Because when the same insect showed up in the past, that's what happened, okay? But if you also look up the meaning of this particular insect, I'm not gonna say what it is because it's gross. It talks about, it's like a need to cleanse, need to clean your space physically and mentally, because there's something that's stagnant and negative that's been sitting, somewhere in your space, in your room, in your home, or in your thoughts, that it's time to clear out. And one of my fairy oracle readings that I did recently in my shorts, go check that out if you haven't already, and thank you if you have. talks about clear space, clear mind. Like you need to clear your space, clear your mind. So right now would be a great time to vacuum your room. And I'm saying vacuum your room specifically because that is what I need to do. I need to vacuum my room. It's time. You know, move things around, clean underneath your bed or clean out your closet or whatever space you have, because I understand that we are all in different situations. Clean your car, you know, clean your shoes, wash your hair. I just washed my hair last night because it's saying that I feel like whenever you get these messages about cleaning out spaces, it's because something new is coming in and you don't want that old negative energy or whatever you want to call it. These are all just words, you know. Take the energy of what I'm saying versus just the words that I'm saying. It could, you know, kind of spoil or ruin the surprise. So just think of, let's say there's this guy named Todd, and Todd is a Devin Downer. Should have named him Devin. This guy named Todd, and he just always is complaining and just, you know, is the opposite of optimistic. He's pessimistic. He never sees the good in anything. And so even when you get like a new car, you don't want to invite Todd over because Todd gonna get over there and say, yeah, it's new, but is it a lemon? You know, is it gonna work that long? Or you've just depreciated the value by just driving it down the street. It's no longer the worth that it was before. Todd's gonna always be saying something to just ruin the whole experience. And so that's what this other hermit card is saying. Like, get out of that, release, clear out that stagnant, stale, old thought patterns, beliefs, and doing this in a physical space, in a physical way, you know, as within, so without, is also going to help you so that when you do get that new car, for example, you can just enjoy the car without getting stuck and caught up in these thoughts about all these things that could go wrong with the car. So what if they go wrong with the car? You're still you, you know? You still you. You're the shit. So that's awesome. So I'm just gonna take a moment to close my eyes and see if there's anything else needing to be said. Okay, I'm hearing that song Mutt by Leon Bridges, which I've never sat down and like listened to that full song or watched the music video. So I'm gonna do that after this. It's like, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. And so you know how dogs can like come in and be all messy, you know, covered in mud or whatever, like clean the dog up. But I'm also getting like, take your time, what's the rush? Like, that was a message I got last night. Like, you need to be resting and just healing and not caught up in this go, go, go. Don't chase money because we are already entered it, honestly. Like, just you wait or don't wait. Look around. We've already entered a time where truth is returning, and whenever there is truth, there is love. There's unconditional love. Where there's love, there is freedom. And so no system built on, you know, lack, really feeding off of lack and fear and the disadvantages of other people, is based in love, is based in that truth, is based in freedom. And so, excuse me, that's also another message. Take your time. What's the rush? Rushing towards these things that matter, but not significantly to you, because once again, who are you? And you know, we have all these great excuses about everything, but ultimately I encourage you to remember who you are. And if you don't remember who you are, take 5 minutes, take 6 minutes to just sit and set that demand. Who am I? Show me who I am, and you will be shown. You know, you will be shown. This has been your message. Again, if you would like to work with me personally, even though I'm in Texas, we still have this, honey. We still have all this online stuff. I do written readings that don't require anything visual at all. I do auditory readings that don't require anything visual or written. So if you would like to work with me, I do personal readings as well as spiritual coaching for people looking to increase their intuition and to connect with their own innate natural abilities more deeply. Go to mindandbodyreset.com. Again, that's in the comments. Or you can email me at thebrightqueen@gmail.com. And the letter E in the is the number 3. But that information is also in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a comment if this resonates. Be kind or I will delete it. And I will see you soon. Bye.